Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. A very festive Erev Christmas. In Jewish tradition, the day before the Jewish holiday, and we got a billion of them. Yeah, I feel bad. You Christians, you get like two. You get Easter and you get Christmas. That's it. It's like, but Christmas is a good one. Christmas is a bit of a good one. And does Easter beat Passover? I don't know. Kind of does, doesn't it? I mean, you got the chocolate bunnies. And we got like the crackers. Not good. Yeah. Christmas is a good one, though. I do like Christmas. I'm a bit of a fan. You may have noticed. I do. I actually do freaking adore Christmas. So, yeah, we're having a big Christmas dinner tomorrow. My wife right now is smoking a turkey. No, that's not code. That's not how we pay the rent, baby. Hey. Yeah. That's a good wife. That'll smoke a turkey for you. That's a darn good wife. You want to keep that one. That might be a keeper. Which reminds me, I'm going to tell you a joke. Right? I was in my head. Okay, in my head, I wasn't going to adapt this joke for my wife. Like my wife was going to be. But then I realized that would be too bad. That would be too naughty. Even for me. So once I tell you the joke, then I'm going to say that again. And you go, holy shit, you thought of that? Okay. So I may have said, I say this I've said it on streams before. Whenever I say true story, I'm lying. Okay. I'm saying it's true story. And whenever I say, I'm totally lying. Totally lying. But sometimes I'm actually telling the truth. That's actually the truth. Actually, I realized when I did tell a true story, I said, oh, this is actually a true story. So, but most of the time I say true story. I mean, I'm like, so I was in the countryside. I met this, I was by this farm and, out trots. This is incredible. This really happened. Out trots a three-legged pig. So a farmer's right there. I was the farmer like, well, that's an interesting pig. How do you lose the legs? And it's a great pig, that pig. Says the farmer, really? Oh, no pig like that in the world. Really? Tell me more. Well, let me tell you, that pig. One time the barn was on fire. And little piggy came and woke us all up with little trotters. And we got woken up and we saved the barn, right? We going to put it out. Really, that's incredible. That's a really clever pig. He's a very clever pig. One time, this pig saw my little daughter go walking in the fire. She knew he shouldn't go there, right? And she saw her. She fell into the stream. He jumped in, little snap, grabbed her, dragged her off, saved her life. She did. So that's an incredible pig. Eh? That is an incredible pig. So this goes on for a while of tales of this, porcine, heroism beyond bounds. That pig I one time chased off robbers, and that pig can roll a joint. Really? That's incredible. Oh, it's a good pig. That pig, I tell you, that is a good pig that can roll a joint. I mean, like, listen. If he can roll you a joint without you giving him weed, that's a very good pig. You want to keep that pig around. Anyway. So how did the pig lose the leg? Come on, tell me. And he said, well, you don't eat a pig like that all at once. So, I was going to adapt that with my wife being the pig somehow. I would have worked it out. But then my brain stopped me. My brain came in and said, no, sweet. There's no good way of getting around this one. That's not good at all. One second, let me turn it off. I forgot to get sweetener for my tea. I just made myself a cup of tea. I'll bring one of these over as well to demonstrate. It's a good one to demonstrate with. I just made myself a cup of tea and I have a coffee. But I do like the hot beverage. It's the Englishman in me. I do like the hot beverage in the winter, but I forgot to bring the sweetener over for my tea. My coffee, however, fully sweetened, baby, ready to go. Let's see who is in the chat. Sadako24, will Santa get her a Nerf gun? I don't know. Only if she'll use it on herself. That was a fun one, though. I did enjoy it. Although, good for me, I didn't get to anything in last week in my last stream. So most of that stuff is all the stuff in there. I just got the notification I went live, and that's good to know. That YouTube's on the ball, right? Yeah. So the because of YouTube, everybody missed that. the whole pig story. This is my coffee. 1 second. This is my weapon. This is my gun. This is for shooting. This is for fun. And I remember that not from Full Metal Jacket, which is a fantastic movie. Actually, yeah, one of my favorite movies of all time. Absolutely, just the economy of storytelling in that movie, absolutely incredible. And that it was all shot in the London Docklands. Yeah, they shot a Vietnam movie in the Docklands in winter, I think. Incredible, but absolutely incredible movie. Full Metal Jacket. But half of it's basically told on like one set, essentially. It's just so incredibly tense. But there's a bit in it where they're trading in the boot camp, and they're carrying the gun, and they have their balls and penis in the other hands. They say, "This is my weapon." So about the weapon. Oh no, this is my weapon. Now talking about the penis. Oh, this is my weapon. This is my gun. The gun. This is for fighting. This is for fun, right? So then, but I didn't remember it from that. I remember it from the Family Guy when Stewie did that. So how did I get onto that? I can't remember. Was that again? Rabbi Sadako and those who are lurking. Oh, I'm a bit of a lurker myself. Sadako 20 says. Rather more likely Sandra will buy her a gun for her enemy. Yeah, I don't know. But again, only if she'll use it on herself. And no, I'm not urging anybody to commit suicide. I'm not doing that. It would solve a major problem in my life if she did. I will say that. But I don't want. Look, that's a bad outcome that I don't want to happen. Right? I don't want anybody to kill themselves. On any side of the equation. Killing yourself, I generally think to be a bad thing, okay? So, but yeah, wouldn't that solve a problem? Chibnall Whitaker go on a New Year's Eve flight over like Lancashire or wherever, Sheffield, because they love it so much. Oh my God, they love Sheffield. And the plane crashes. Problem solved, mate. Problem solved, really. I mean, yeah, I will get other arse clowns in, but like this era will be decanonized. They're gone. Forget it. Once you can't end them, it's over, right? It's over. Again, not wishing for anybody to die by theirs or any other. I'm just saying it'll solve a problem in my life. I'm just saying that, okay? And you all know it's true. You know it's true. Fine, let's go forward. Let me go with Hank Marvin. Can you smell the food being prepped for tomorrow? Yeah, that's what I said. My wife's getting ready to baste the turkey in the smoker. She likes to smoke. My son's coming home, so we are smoking much meat. And again, sadly, not talking code. It's just we're making food. So yeah, so tomorrow night we're having. Tonight she made because it's Christmas Eve. Obviously, she made a sort of Chinesey food. She made like a chicken, sweet and sour chicken in the crock pot, right? And then tomorrow we're having. Tomorrow's the 10th of Tevet, right? Tomorrow's the 10th of Tevet, which is a minor fast. Like, people don't really know about it. I forget what it is every freaking year. Like, every year I forget what it is. Here, let's look it up. I think it was the time that the Romans started sieging Jerusalem. But let's have a look at that. We'll go to H.com. H.com is a reasonably good stop if you want any. AISH is a reasonably good stop if you want any general knowledge question about Judaism, or it's all too touchy-feely. But it was made by the Shiva that I went to, sort of. It's okay. It's just, if you know about real, Torah stuff, it's just kind of like, oh God, this is stupid. Holidays. But if you want like a quick guide to like what something is, it is freaking perfect for that. It's Siege of Jerusalem. 10th of Tavis. Let's see what 10th of Tavis is. This is 10th of Tavis. Okay, fine. This is so Jewish. Okay, 1 second. No, go away. I got to show this to you. It's funny. It's so Jewish. Hello, would you like a website? I'm telling you. God, it's so Jewy. Let me show you this website. There you go. So yeah, 10th of Tavis. One day commemorates a variety of Jewish tragedies because that's so freaking Jewish. Okay, you know what happened today? So much stuff. Oi, I can't even tell you. So much stuff. Like what's up with this? So this is tomorrow. It's a daytime fast, right? So it only starts at like 4 a.m. Oh my gosh! Live Aceable Rabbi Markovich just popped up. Shalom, I'm live from Israel. Just tell me what you want. No, I'm not doing this, okay? I'm not doing that. That's freaking me out. 10th of Tavis is one of the 4 fast days that commemorate the dark time before the dark times in Jewish history. The others are Tisha B'Av. That's a bad one. 17th Tammuz, also a bad one. Okay, that's 17th Tammuz. Okay, and telling us everything happened there. But why not tell us about 10th of Tammuz? 10th of Tammuz marks the onset of the siege of Jerusalem by Nebuchadnezzar. He was the bad guy from 300. That dude, right? I believe. Nebuchadnezzar. So his what he would do, he would capture kings and have a palace full of kings, and then each night he will go and rape one. And he would just like whatever to choose that. So Nebuchadnezzar, bit of a bad guy. So yeah, you lived in terror of Nebuchadnezzar. He was a bit of a badass. So that happened. Greek translation. Okay, let's see what that is. Adjustments from Friday. So do not. Okay, what's that say? The 10th of Tammuz is viewed in such a severe, important fast day that is even observed when it falls on Friday, Erev Shabbat, which is this year. That's tomorrow. Okay, the Greek translation. However, the Tammuz memory of the on the 8th day. So they forced some Jewish scholars to translate the Bible into Greek. Okay, the death of Ezra the scribe. Combining days. Okay, so anyway, it's a fast day. It's a fast day tomorrow, which means I don't eat, right? So at Christmas dinner is the first thing I'm bloody having. Now, of course, we're starting with the traditional chicken soup, right? That's just the way we roll, baby. Way we roll. So yeah, no, Friday night dinner. Friday night dinner is okay. I'll give you a full rundown. You start off. Come home from synagogue. If there was a synagogue, they're all closed down. I don't, but I pray at home now, and so I'm like in my sweatpants, and and I get comfy, and we're sitting on the couch now. We're gonna be sitting on the couch with new little doggy. Oh, she's so cute. I do love this. I can't believe how tiny she is, right? How little this little doggy is. This morning, my wife's training her, right? Thank God, because I couldn't. So she gets up in the middle of the night when she was in her bedroom and she makes these little teeny tiny little cries. It's so cute. And she takes them out to go pee and poo, right? And comes in. And then it normally ends up in our bed. So I woke up this morning like with this teeny tiny little nose like sniffing around me and like licking me. I was like, oh, okay, I can live with it. She's so cute. Oh my God, she's so cute. So we're hanging out on the couch, right? Now we're hanging on the couch with the doggy. Like I do like the doggy, even though it's like a hamster right now. And we sing these songs. My wife really insisted called Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Oh God, there's 4 verses you repeat 3 times each. And basically, when you come home from synagogue, you're saying hello to the sabbatical spirit that inhabits your house. Okay, wasn't that nice? And they're greeting each other. And then you sing a song called Ashes Chayil, which is to the woman, a woman of valor. Again, I hate doing these. We normally like cut off half of them. So you do that, and then I give my kids blessings, and they fight about who gets off the couch first. So then before dinner, you do a traditional hand washing. like get a thing and 3 times in this hand, 3 times in this hand. You try hand you, and then you're not allowed to speak. Oh God! Do you see what a pain in the ass it is to be Jewish? Bloody hell! This is to have dinner, right? Although it did save us from the Black Death, right? Because we did this due to not get the Black Death, and so everybody thought we did it. But we just washed before we ate, right? But you're not allowed to speak until you eat bread, right? So we do it a little bit differently. We wash, and then we do the thing called kiddush, where you have a blessing over wine or grape juice, more often in my case, which everybody has a bit. My daughter can't stand drinking out of a cup somebody's drunk from, so I can't take a sip. I got to pour a little bit into a little cup for her. God, she's 20. I've been doing this for since she was 6, right? Oh, anyway. So we say that, have the wine. Then my wife has made these incredible loaves of bread called challah, right? These, like, you get 6 strands and you braid them, and you freaking incredible. So you say a blessing on that, and you have a piece of bread, and you cut it up, and you have a tiny bit of salt, and you can't speak from when you wash your hands till when you get the bread, right? Okay, so then you have chicken soup with knedlach, which is these dumplings, and there's like chicken in it and vegetables. So for Sabbath, Christmas, I had to make these, right? A Christmas cracker, right? Seemingly ordinary Christmas. Here's the thing. You're not allowed to tear on Shabbat. So I made it so they pull apart. They have a pull. Don't go bang. So we have to say bang. That's really the only draw. But go bang, right? And I bought party hats, Christmas cracker party hats, and we got mottos in there. I forgot to get toys though, but yeah, fair. It's a Jewy Christmas, fair. So then, so fine. So then we're on to the Christmas dinner, which is, I believe, let me think. Well, turkey, obviously, chestnut stuffing. I could just ask my wife. One second. Okay, I was going to send my wife a WhatsApp, right? That's the way to do it. Okay, here we go. Mummy. Hello, my darling. How are you? I am online doing a live stream. I'm talking about what we're having for Shabbat, and I can't remember the menu in its entirety. I don't want to do it disservice. Could you let us know? Thank you very much. Okay, so that's going on, right? We got this insane food. We got very Christmassy food, right? Now, then also my roommate from Yeshiva, from Rabbinical Seminary, Baruch, is staying with us. I love Baruch. I've known him since I was a kid. I think I was like 20, right? And Baruch is like kind of like Alfred from Batman, right? I should really put that out. 1 second, let me turn my camera off. Baruch is very much like Alfred. He's very good at being like that kind of character. So Barry, so Barry's with us. So Barry works in Beersheba in a water processing plant, and can't stand it. He spends his days trying to stave off suicide, basically, essentially. But we're going to hear from him. But it is always fun because you have my daughter Yael, who's a bit boisterous. Yael's kind of like me. Especially when I was that age, like very bouncy, very like, I'm here in your face, that sort of feel. So she's very fun, like with the Barry, because he's very straight. No, he's not very straight at all. I should say, fine. Let's go through the chat. I was doing so well that I got distracted. Oh man. I'll tell you what food we're having as soon as my wife lets me know. Father Miller, how you doing? Well, season's greetings to you, sir. Disaster area, Darren M, Daniel Leach. Daniel, man, have you heard that's McCoy release? It's so nearly good, right? It's got John Karsha doing the Brigadier in it, and the first episode is pretty good. Second episode is pretty good, but third and fourth episode falls apart. And I'm just concerned that that because there is a drive for female voices in Big Finish, then there unquestionably is, that they do let quality slip. They let things go which they wouldn't do otherwise to get more female voices in. And it's a shame because this woman making it, Elizabeth Miles, who wrote it, she's competent. I think she needed to be pushed harder. Right, pushed harder because there was a few bits where it was flabby and it wasn't working, and she needed to be pushed harder to make those two things. I think basically two things would have made this into the best release of the year, maybe the best release in 5 years. Like John Carshal's Brigadier, freaking perfect. I mean, I'm telling you, freaking perfect. It is post Battlefield Brigadier, which I really love, and he plays it a bit older. Is incredible. Than he did from the Third Doctor box set. Absolutely incredible. You think Nicholas Courtney is there, right? You just do. It's a really fantastic performance. And the story just isn't good enough, you know. She'll probably get a message all the time to say, now I have the time to stretch. Okay, I wish I saw the rest of the chat. Okay, so for a minute, how you doing? Red Wolf smoked me a turkey. I'll be back for excellent. Why is there not a Red Wolf Christmas special? I want a Red Wolf Christmas special. And that's what they basically do. They do like these 3-part like mega. I really like that last one with the cat. You know, do one of those a year. Do 2 of those a year. Freaking awesome. Loved it. But in general, love me a bit of Red Dwarf. I absolutely do love Red Dwarf. Let me see. Oh, man. I was like moving it really slow so it wouldn't jump. And then, wow. Okay, let's go back. Darren Mattis is here. Chris Berger is here. I've said hello, Jonathan Cox. Disaster area. My younger son is not here. He's very sad not to be with the doggy. To meet the new doggy, who's so freaking cute. Here, I'll share a bunch of videos that we've been putting on our family WhatsApp. This thing is so freaking cute. Oh my god. Yeah, one second. I have to do it from here. Yeah, sorry, excuse me, boomering this. Oh. So 1 second. How do I do this? I go, like that. Should do airdrop will come up in a minute. There you go. Anything else? No. Oh, this is a good one. Oh, it's cute. My again. So my son's been asking me to send him stuff. Drop that one. This is a good one. Dwight, come on. This came through. That's a fun one. That's a fun one too. Okay, that's a fun one. 3. Okay. That's cute. Okay, fine. We'll just do these ones. Fine. You see, I'm telling you, I'm like a new mother. I'm terrible. God, I mean, she's just so young, right? She's just so young. This little doggy. Oh my god, it's so cute. She's about the size of a hamster. This thing is freaking gorgeous. 1 second, share screen. Let me show you this. Oh. Okay, is the sound up? Yeah, there's not much conversation. I mean, she's a doggy. Oh, she's tired then. Poor little girl. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, that one wasn't as fun as I thought. My son, is this the one my son wanted to be sent? Oh yeah, this is a good one. This actually captures the personality a bit. 1 second. But this will be the last one, okay? I know I'm being indulgent. Live with it. It's a cute doggy. Yeah. That's what my life's like now. Croc, how you doing, mate? If anyone's interested, I'll be streaming Mass at 10 p.m. Oh, man. I'm actually really intrigued. That's 10 p.m. Is that Central? So that the, everything, UK time. Okay. Central is 8 hours behind Israel. So 10 plus 8 is 6 in the morning. I will be up. I'll tell you what. Was it on your channel, Father Miller? Please put if you're a moderator, please put your channel in. If not, I will. I'll jump in and moderate you. That sounded very bad. Darren Man says also an RAF airfield in South England for training scenes. Very obviously look like. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, Retro Dicky, how you doing? Mr. Brown, how are you? Mr. Brown, you have a channel now, don't you? You've been dropping videos. I really got to share them. I do apologize for not. Again, if you're a moderator, can you put your channel in the chat? Sadako 24. Let me see where are we up to? Where are we up to? About 10 minutes behind right now. So let me go. Croc. I don't see anybody new. I'm going quickly. Just Persia. Croc, I do like your avatar. That's cute. Yotam Darkstar, how are you, sir? I hope you're having a pleasant evening. Puppy love, it is. Oh my god, I'm so besotted. Right, I'm crazily besotted. So anyway, I hope you're all having a good. Oh, did I ever find out what my bloody menu is? One second. Now let me see. I think we're going to resort to calling my wife. Okay, here we go. No expense spared for you guys. No problem. Questions, will she pick up? Really? Her phone's busy. How can that be? Now I want to phone my daughter. Oh, yeah. Oh, here comes Dan Hadley. How are you doing?
Hello.
Oh, very festive evening to you. How are you? What are you doing for a Christmas Eve?
I'm waiting for my children. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. So I thought I'd come and pop in and see you. I've got a nice hot drink. I'm in my grotto.
Okay. Many questions. What's your hot drink?
It is just hot chocolate with no marshmallow.
Yes, hot chocolate. I want to slap you. Oh my god, hot chocolate's the best. What are you talking about?
Well, I love it, but I only really seem to drink it in the winter.
Well, yeah, no, obviously. But you think, if I look at it, I put on 5 pounds. If I go near it, I just do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of the many pleasures closed off in life for me now. Hot chocolate. Although I think I prefer eggnog. Okay, although I do like hot spiced wine. That might be one of my favorites.
I haven't had that for a while. We've got people saying hello in the chat. Hello, everybody. Hello, Chris. Hello, Disaster Area. Hello, Daniel. Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas.
The Dalek.
Thanks for the invite. Yeah, I thought I'd come and chill out with you for a little while. I've got a steady evening planned. I'm watching probably a couple of Christmas films later on. I've got that new Mel Gibson one, Fat Man, to see. I've got what else have I got? Oh, Jingle All the Way. I've never seen that. The old Arnold Schwarzenegger film from the 90s.
Right. Very nice. Are you watching with your kids, or are they stopping by? What's the plan?
I'm not entirely sure. I'm expecting them sometime after 6 o'clock. That's as much as I can get them nailed down at the moment.
They were courteous to give you that.
So I've got my phone here. I might stand some chance of finding out what's going on in the next 20 minutes to half an hour.
Dippy Strawbridge, how you doing? Evening, gents and kindly souls in the chat. Dan, Rabbi, have you tried hot chocolate with a dash of eggnog? Oh.
No, I haven't.
You're saying good, boy. You're saying good. That's a yeshiva expression. You know, when you have a good question, you go, "You're saying good. You're saying very good point." It sounds as good as when I think Artie Lang on the Howard Stern show had the idea to use the Krispy Kreme donuts in the chocolate fountain, and he was like, he discovered like, this is the greatest thing ever.
That would be pretty incredible. Yeah,
So,
I love those chocolate.
It sounds like that. Fine.
How about you? What are you up to this evening, Rabbi? Are you doing the old? Was it a turkey you were having in this burner?
I was trying to find out. I was sitting my wife off the bloody phone. I'll try my daughter.
How's the dog settling in? That's what we all want to know about, isn't it? That's why you're all here, to find out about the Rabbi's doggy.
I'll show you the doggy again.
Oh, Yorkshire tea time, it says Jonathan Cox.
Hello, how are you?
Mate.
Okay, what's the menu for tomorrow night?
Look at that, everybody. Hail the chat, says Retro Dicky.
That's as far as I got.
Very good.
Brussels sprouts, okay. Potatoes. Okay. And what are we having for lunch? I thought it was a brisket. Okay. None of this is sounding good. Okay. I got it. I'll let you go. I'll fill everybody in. They want to know.
We need to know.
Bye. My wife is stressed. My son is coming home tonight rather than tomorrow. And so now...
everything goes out. Everything goes out the window. Everything goes out the window.
Yeah, there you go. So tomorrow is. I mean, she is doing a billion things. I mean, she hasn't slept for the last 2 nights because she's training our dog to make outside. Pretty good. She's up all night with getting her up whenever soon she needs to go. Although that's why this morning I woke up and it's like this teeny tiny little nose like snuffling at my face. Oh my god, so cute.
That's the hardest part with dogs, so I'm told. Getting them house trained. I feel
like I'm like Gulliver, and it's like a Lilliputian pony. Horse. Yeah. It's so freaking cute. So anyway, So my friend is here. My former roommate from rabbinical seminary is here. My wife is stressed. So we're having turkey, chestnut stuffing, Brussels sprouts, roast potatoes, peas, probably peas. I think that's everything. Unless we're having roast or ribs as well. I don't know.
You'll be surprised.
I know. I know my wife's making a brisket, a smoked brisket for lunch, which sounds awfully good.
You've told me about the briskets before.
Oh my god, the smoking thing, freaking insane. You can see why it takes like 15 hours to make something. It's so, but like, oh my god, it's just like, well, that's incredible.
I'm having a big Christmas meal tomorrow and a big Christmas meal on Boxing Day as well, because that'll be when my children and my mother are all together on Boxing Day. Don't tell Boris. Yeah, that's when we're all getting together on Boxing Day.
Boris is dancing. Didn't he get that deal in with the
Brexit deal?
Yeah, did that actually happen?
I think it has. Well, I've seen very little news. All I'm seeing is people complaining about the news on Twitter and people going, please scrap Brexit, please scrap Brexit. So I gathered something was going on because people are getting more desperate. It looks like it, yeah. Which, to be honest, it stands to reason to me. I mean, I don't trust any of them, whichever side they're on. And usually, if somebody says that...
I'm amazed they did it.
Well, if somebody says, in my experience, if somebody tells people that they're not going to get a deal for months and months and months on end, then it's usually because they would want to maybe make themselves look a bit of a hero for making a deal at the last minute. Who'd have thought it? So I suspect that, because it's all brinksmanship. You know what politicians like? All brinksmanship, all bull, all pea and wind. And, in time, everything always works out all right anyway. I've got mixed feelings about the whole thing. I just wish they'd bloody sorted out. Be a nice Christmas present, what with everything else going on, wouldn't it? You'll have to go and check up on that later on. I don't keep too much of an eye on the news because it drives me round the bend. I try to be invested and reasonably.
I don't know. Do I keep an eye on the news? I like. Yeah, I guess I do. I check. Although where to go now? Check. I go to.
That's the problem. You can't go to. At one time, mate, I'd go right to the BBC and.
Forget it.
Don't go.
Like I think is my go-to news now.
Yes, I found that. I think I found that on Facebook. Somebody sent it along to me, and I don't really know. I think they're American, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. And O'Reilly's back now on Facebook as well. I'm like, okay, I always liked him.
Oh no, I don't know what that is. No, so yeah, I'm going to try alternative news sources from now on. I've never gone for Sky.
Was it Tim Pool? That's a pretty good way to start the morning. Like he normally has a half-hour video about some political point, and it's a pretty good way to start the morning.
Oh, is he a hard politics, or is it more sort of with the common man's eye?
Common man's eye. Common man's eye with the he knows what he's looking at, right? It's a common man that I think is probably an expert now.
Yeah. That's what I need.
This is what sounds reasonable to me. What do you think? Right? That's
how I feel about it. I think a lot of people. My problem is that a lot of the people that others out there, particularly on Twitter, they do their nut about. To me, everything they say sounds perfectly reasonable.
I know.
And I've been a liberal all my life, really, and I consider myself a centrist.
Right.
But maybe sort of veering more to the right, but mainly a centrist. And so when you get called a Nazi for speaking your views, you think, whoa.
Right.
So I'm quite, you could say I'm a contrarian because, some of the things I've got some, traditionally really quite left-wing beliefs, I suppose. I'm a vegetarian for a start, and I do, I'm a big environmentalist, and but no, I think the lines are all blurred with that, and now there's certain people out there who have to know which pile to put you on, and I've always been pretty much in the centre.
One thing, we have breaking news, very important breaking news. This just in. Da 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 da.
That's your missus, isn't it?
Yeah. No, the turkey. I'm talking about the turkey.
Yeah, it's brilliant. That's a big one. Bloody hellfire. You say you got a lot of house guests and stuff. That's good.
Yeah, one.
You got a big family as well, yeah. Yeah, oh, that's great.
How many of there's 5 of us home. Oh, crap. Sorry. I took a rip. There you go. There's 5 of us home out of 6.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
My daughter's always like, when they comes over from, actually, they're all, when they come home, are demanding meat. So they always have a lot of meat.
Yeah, we didn't have a Christmas last year because my mother was in hospital with the dreaded conflict.
She was okay though, right, Neil?
Sorry?
Well, she was okay, Neil, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was ill for 2 or 3 months.
I got that wrong.
Yeah, yeah, she's fine. She's fine now. I mean, she's never really regained all her strength, but she's okay. Right. And so tomorrow, I think the family plan on making up for it. Rather, so we'll have a proper meal, and probably my brother will be asleep by about 3 in the afternoon, and the rest of the family, people aren't popping in like my extended family, but it's still going to be okay. In fact, it's probably slightly better. Some of them,
right.
Yeah,
I reckon the biggest difference is a lot of people just go down the pub, but
they used to. Yeah, that's where I usually be on a Christmas Eve. I'd be over the pub with a bunch of my friends.
Right. Yeah. Although I tell you, I'm kind of old enough. I'm like, yeah, I'll stay on. Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, 1 second. So I'm just opening this thing up now. 1 second. I go that, and I do this, and I go. I think this is it. There we go. Let's see if it opens up.
Oh, Derek McManus says, I have a friend who is a vegetarian. Vegetarian, as are her daughters. Makes it hard to take them out from it. You are joking. Derek,
so easy nowadays.
Where do you live? 1982? It's so easy.
Nowadays, it's like you're hard pressed to find meat, aren't you?
I've been vegetarian for 30 years. It was 1990. And when I first went vegetarian, yeah, it was hard. But now, no, not a problem at all. God, no. In fact, the vegans are making my lot look, look like
look insane. But I don't know what here. This actually makes a lot more sense.
Here we go.
If I just show you this on its own.
Yeah.
I want to know what on earth is the thought behind this pose.
Oh, I saw this in you.
Like I just don't understand. It'll come up in a second. I just don't understand like what they were going for. Like what did they say? Well,
it's that expression that I always pull when I think I followed through.
Really?
Yeah.
You
want to go and check?
I don't know.
A watery fart look. That's what it is.
Yeah. But I can understand that being one of the cast-offs, right? One of the ones they didn't use. But that's the one they used. Like what?
That's usually what happens, though, mate. If you remember, a couple of years ago, when she was first cast, Doctor Who magazine, because you know that they've been the production office have been terrible with the official magazine. They gave them one set of photographs back in sort of October of 2018 or something like that, and then expected them to use them till the end of time.
My guess is they were much more open and friendly when they weren't sucking, right? The minute they clammed up is the minute they realized it turned to shit, right? I mean, and they did. It turned to shit. It went really badly, and I know they put a brave face in it, but it's gone. It's not just fans.
A brave face. There's brave and there's having the brass balls the size of this.
There's like nothing to see here. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy.
There was a guy I know on Facebook yesterday. He was insisting. He was trying to persuade myself and a couple of people that I know in a really quite a moderate Facebook group. He was trying to explain to us that because he's a mathematician, that our ratings, the ratings, the simple Barb ratings that get published, because he's a mathematician, he can see what everybody else can't see. And those ratings that are going down like that, actually, they're perfectly fine. And we're supposed to just take him at his word because he's a mathematician, you see.
What was his rationale?
Just because I think his rationale was the fact that he is used to people just listening to him and nodding their heads in his day-to-day life.
Well, he didn't do that any argument to back that up. Because you're saying you may be a mathematician, but you're saying 1 minus 1 equals 3. Mate,
it's exactly. I know how. I'm not a mathematician.
You might be way more qualified than me, but I don't think 1 minus 1 does equal 3. And if you can give me an argument why it does equal 3, I'll listen to it. But if you're going to say, I just have to listen to you.
That was the general gist of it. Yeah, I'm not a mathematician. I've got GCSE maths, but I know how many beans make 5, as somebody once said in Doctor Who, I think it was. But yeah, it really is quite simple. And as for, that shot of the Doctor in the prison gear, she's supposed to be in prison for years. Okay, they've presumably they've got a laundry, but she looks like she's just got out of a spa or something. Pretty clear.
Really? You think? I didn't think she looked so,
a skank.
Yeah, I'm a skank because a skank is kind of like hot in a certain way.
Yeah,
I'm a very horny guy who can find sexual arousement pretty much anywhere and at anything, right?
I picked up on this.
Really, I am. It's crazy, but you should know it better. And people have said, "Smee, do you want to go to a 12-set program?" I said, "No, not really. I'm quite happy with the program. I would like this to continue. I think it's a awfully good thing." But Jodie Whittaker just makes me not horny.
Yeah, exactly. Same here. She's pretty. Very pretty woman.
I don't know.
She's not remotely sexy. Not in the slightest.
I don't know. It's like, ooh. Something very disturbing. Anyway, this is the Doctor Who magazine Christmas quiz. Do you want to have a crack at it?
Yeah, go on then. Hey, I can't really say no, can I? The amount of quizzes I've put people through lately. Okay,
I started and it was like, what? Unfathomable. Okay, they're linked need to work it out. I need to work out how. Okay, so let's start with some easy one. What connects a stolen spaceship with nuns who teach martial arts? A type of spearmint and a creature that, hilariously, should never be trusted with a pogo stick. Wow.
Okay, Perigosto stick. That's a Troughton reference.
Okay.
A stolen spaceship.
Oh, a second. I'm trying to zoom in. I think that's as close it gets. Yeah. Okay, stolen spaceship. You could say that's the TARDIS.
Yeah, fair enough. Inside the spaceship, yeah, why not?
All right. Yeah. Some nuns who teach martial arts.
They would be the ones from the papal mainframe.
Oh, well done, very good. A type of spearmint. I'm like, what? I don't know.
Wrigley's.
Wrigley's? I don't know. And a creature that hilariously should never be trusted with a Perigosto stick.
The Perigosto stick. I think that's the Yeti, but
so if that's a simple one.
They're taking the. It's what they're trying to do. They're trying to do only.
It's hilarious. A machine for the conversion and transmission of energy.
A black light converter.
That's TMAT, right? That was TMAT.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, TMAT. A rocket controlled by a robot.
Oh, what was that bit? Oh, that's Blake 7. Oh,
was that was the robot of Sherwood?
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah. Could be. Yeah. A group of old age pensioners. That'll be the silver.
Silver curtain.
Silver curtain. And Jack's description of Graham. Oh, who cares? Shut up.
Oh God, I can't remember that. Bloody hellfire.
Okay, so
commit that to memory.
A robot. Okay, so that was.
This is supposed to be like that game show Only Connect, isn't it?
Oh God, it's awful. Okay, I hate this.
It's rock hard. Yeah. They've been smart asses. Says Geek Lord over my idea.
Really? That was like, let's try this one of these over here. These are hard ones. The surprise appearance of Morbius Doctors. Oh God! In the Time of Children wasn't the only blast from the past in 2020. Can you recall what landmark the Doctor visited for the first time since City of Death? Eiffel Tower. When did he go there?
It was the Eiffel Tower in Spyfall Part 2.
Who cares?
Yeah, you're supposed to remember this absolutely appalling. I've spent the last 9-10 months trying to forget the bleeding thing, and I want me to remember it all.
Oh God, shut up! I can't. And what is that expression?
Who's put this together? Marcus Hearn. Is this your doing, my friend?
No, What's going on? Jonathan Morris. Little twat.
Bloody hell! You're gonna say I like him as a writer. Bloody hell, Johnny.
He's with Silver.
Yeah, naughty, rubber Johnny. Yeah, it's not good.
What is that expression supposed to be?
That is I'm getting paid as much as my male predecessor for doing it's 3 or 4 months less work a year.
I think it's contempt. Don't you look what I've got. I've got your toy, and I'm shitting all over it. That's what it looks like.
This is it though. She's not channeling anybody other than herself, is she? She's not remotely connected. She doesn't inhabit that part at all. So when you see a picture like this, it may as well just be the front cover of a Sunday supplement, like a magazine that drops out of the News of the World or whatever. It's just totally irrelevant.
Oh God! Oh, I didn't realize it went all Jodie Whittaker. Oh, screw that.
Yeah, you got to have a limit somewhere. I mean,
yeah. Come on. Yeah. What else was I going to say? Okay, I'm going to ask the chat. What would you like to do? A Screen Rant article or Big Finish stuff? Ooh. So let us know in the chat. Screen Rant article or Big Finish stuff? I'll go either way. Jodie doesn't look like a mix of contempt and mindlessness. Yes. says Digby Strawberries. Who sounds like a character from like a stylized sequel to Dan Dare. Screen Rant. Okay, there you go.
A brilliant name, that is Digby Strawbridge. Yeah, there was somebody in here the other day called Poppy something, or that sounded like an Avengers girl. That was a great name.
Okay, well, let's take a Screen Rant. Let's have a look. Doink. I finally saw what's it? Tenet. It reminds me.
Oh, I haven't seen that. Adverts for it are everywhere now. There's more posters and adverts than there was in the cinema.
Don't buy it. It's a rent as a curio, right? It's a rent as a curio. It's Christopher Nolan's weakest film. I haven't seen his first one. Okay. It's his weakest film. It was extremely ambitious. It doesn't really work. Doesn't pay off. In fact, what was this thing I saw on Twitter?
Didn't he make Memento?
Yeah, and like this is his weakest movie, right? That's absolutely his weakest movie. But where's that image I saw? Cycle of Men of Tenet, and not Tenet as I get there. It's Tenet.
Sadako's in the chat says, "Hey Dan, you were only live a few minutes ago, but you seem to have grown a beard in between." Oh, that wasn't a live video. That video was actually made a year ago, so it's taken me a year to grow this. Yeah, that was a video. I put up a video today that was myself, Sarah, and Simon made it last Christmas, and when my mother was ill, all my Christmas plans and my schedule went completely out the window. So that video was sat there on my PC for the full 12 months.
Well, there you go. Well, you waited until it was timely.
Yeah. There was lots of talk on it about, maybe Series 12 will be good. All that sort of thing. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I hope you enjoyed it anyway, Sadako. Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching.
So I can't find the thing, but it was like this circular diagram where it says, something weird is introduced. What the hell is going on is number 3. Oh, I think I understand it. No, wait a minute. Something weird is introduced. And that's it. That's a pretty...
Cycle of Nolan.
I wish I could find it. That was really funny. Really explained it. It's okay. It's about like inverting objects, and so they travel backwards through time. So instead of shooting a bullet, the bullet's been whatever it's done, it gets sucked out of things. So if you go somewhere and you find bullet holes in the wall, there's probably going to be gunshots going on with those rounds in the near future, right? Okay,
so what you're talking about is it's a big budget, overblown version of the Red Dwarf episode backwards.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. And there's lots of backwards, and they use like a lot of like clever stuff. But it doesn't really make that much sense, and they move too quickly, and I think they're doing it stylistically, right? But it jerks between things. All right, let's see what they think the best movies of 2020 are. Because I saw they got Tenet there, and okay, where are we starting off? Honorable mentions. The Gentleman. I've tried to. I've watched that. Trying to watch that a second time. I haven't. It's hard to get through. It should be good. I like all the parts of it. I just don't like it coming together. Okay, haven't seen this. Haven't seen this. Haven't seen this. Haven't seen this.
I spent most of this year watching old movies with you. Come to think of it.
Yeah, saw that. Yeah, number 6. The other thing is, it should be a real companion piece to Inception. But the real difference is, and he's not bad, this guy, whatever his name is. But he's not Leonardo DiCaprio, right? He doesn't grab you, and it's not his fault. He's a younger actor. He's earlier on in his career. He's paired a lot with what's his name? The kid from Twilight. What's he called again? Robert Pattinson, Batman, who's perfectly serviceable in the role. He's very good.
Yeah, he's always good. But this guy does look like he's looking after that beard for an older relative.
Yeah, and he does the action. Everything is fine. It's just he doesn't have that screen presence. He just and it's just something that's earned. Yeah, he's not Denzel Washington, you know. So yeah, number 6. Gee, well, I haven't come. Emma, I haven't seen it. Invisible Man, haven't seen it. Birds of Prey, haven't seen it. If that's number 3,
Birds of Prey, number 3. Everybody hates that.
I can't believe Tenet is worse than that. That was hot garbage. Palm Springs, haven't seen it. Hamilton, couldn't care less. Okay, fine. Shut up. Okay, let's go back to Doctor Who then.
Somebody sent me a clip of Hamilton and insisted that I watched it.
Oh,
It was
people
about
like
the longest 4 minutes of my life.
I know people who like it, super like it, right? People who like it, crazily like it. What was it? What was the thing? I was going to. So I was going to rank from most likely to die. No, it was. Here we go. The 10 villains of Christmas ranked.
Okay, what have they got here?
Okay, I'm intrigued to hear what they're going to say, because they normally say Hydroflax. Okay, how many Christmas specials are there? Let's do a quick count up. 12,
13? 5, 6,
well, who are they missing out then? Because this guy should be number 13. Okay, now I've got to make a bloody list of them.
There could be some that didn't have any. There could be some that didn't have proper villains in them.
Okay, well, let's just go through it. We had you had the not the Rachnos, the what are they called again? I got them on my shelf. The blood magic guys from Christmas Invasion. The voodoo guys with the blood magic made
Oh, yeah, they're the Sycorax.
Sycorax, right? Sycorax. Oh my god. Okay, one second. I'm going to make a list. Give me a second. We'll go through it and we'll work it out. The Sycorax the first year. Second year was
the spiders, the giant spiders, the Rachnos.
Yeah, Sycorax. Rachnos. What was that?
That was you. I was that was you coming through my other device. I was watching your stream before I came on.
Very sorry. So fine. So that was that's Voyager. That was Runaway Bride. Next year was Voyager the Damned. You had that, I don't know, whatever it was called, the Robo Man thing. Yeah, I
can never remember what they're called. I'm
just gonna say Robo Guy.
Yeah. Thing. It was him out of Rita Sue and Bob too, wasn't it, the main villain?
Right. Robo Guy thing didn't really work. Okay, so that was and then you had Next Doctor was the Cybermen.
Yep, with
right, and then you had Master. Had the Master Race thing going on. Time Lords, I guess.
The Master's the one I suppose we always think of as the big villain of the end of time, even though he was
right
sort of stuck in between, wasn't he?
So next year we had Michael Gambon. Again, so it's interesting. That's the least scenery chewing villain, and probably in the best Christmas special.
Oh, we've got people in the chat here who've remembered all these names to save our brain cells. Ben Permut says it's
Max Capricorn. There you go.
Capricorn. Yeah, that's the name. That's Bob from Rita Sue and Bob too.
Julia Curran, that's right.
Miss Rattigan or something like that.
Okay, one sec. Max Capricorn. So Michael Gambon. So what's after that one?
He played Kazran Sardik, didn't he?
Right, Kazran Sardik. Fantastic one, that. Kazran Sardik. Okay, so fine. Next one was
that would have been that's the second Matt Smith special, which was that the Snowman,
Dr. Widow and the Wardrobe. Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
One second, I'm just googling Doctor Who Christmas specials. Why am I doing this to myself? List of Doctor Who Christmas specials. Oh, fine. Catholic Christmas Carol, Doctor Widow and the Wardrobe. So what was I can't even remember what the villain was there.
Somebody in the chat will come up with that one in a moment. They're doing all the heavy lifting for us here.
Okay, I think the Wooden King guy, I'm going to say for now.
I think it was called something simple like the Wooden King.
Right, something like that. We got yes, you can. Daisy can come down. 1 second.
Jesus Christ, can you imagine us putting together one of these? The Wooden Guy, the bloke from Rita Sue and Bob too.
Yeah, it works.
Dear oh dear.
Yeah, 1 second. Yep, I just...
We were thinking about putting up a website as well, weren't we, with Noel and a few of the others. Could you imagine the quality of this?
I had the website built.
Yeah, I remember.
That work.
We'll have to push on with that one.
Next, so after that one, oh, hello, 1 second. 1 second, I'll turn my camera back on, and I think I'll turn the lamp. It's okay. Hello,
everybody.
Oh,
how fantastic!
Wait, I'll just take my hair down so I look normal.
Okay, darling, you do that.
Give me a second.
What's going on upstairs?
Mine went to the support to get food for Ravine.
Okay.
Because he wants to grill, he wants to steam, how do you call it? Smoke stuff tonight. And because tomorrow's the fast. So
right. We're not going to have time to smoke something tonight.
Mine's going to put on now, then he's going to eat at 11.
Okay.
But I can support upstairs. I'm taking Daisy upstairs with me.
Okay. Okay, well, hey, Daisy, come and say hello. You're okay. You're okay, darling. Yeah. Come and say hello. Okay.
Hello, Daisy.
Hi, Daisy. Say hello.
Hello, darling. Oh, don't be so sad.
So I just got outside and she peed and she ate.
Oh, you're such a good girl.
And she pooped twice since I got home.
Good girl.
Twice.
Good pooer. Yes, you are. You're a good pooey girl.
Either ways, that's it. I'm going to go upstairs with her.
Okay, fine.
Bye.
Bye. Bloody hell. So you settled on Daisy then?
Oh, no, we haven't. My wife's going for Lucy right now, but whatever. I keep calling her Sadie. So anyway, before we were derailed, let's go back. Thank God I was writing that list down. Where did I put the list? Oh, here we go. Wooden King Guy. So then after that is Snowman was Great Intelligence.
Yeah, that's
a good one actually.
It's a
Great Intelligence. Time of the Doctor was the papal mainframe, right?
Yes, yeah.
And then everybody.
That sexy nun from
what's
the name? Yeah. Oh, Derek McManus says that's nothing. Gary at Nerdrotic and Az from Heel versus Babyface are planning to release a Christmas book next year.
Yes, they should do. They absolutely should do. Or a book.
I think he means just a book.
I'm so buying it. It's a great idea.
A Christmassy book with recipes in and little cutouts of Az's head and stuff that you can sort of stick on your Christmas tree.
I am buying that book. It's a freaking insanely good idea. I've been telling Nerdrotic, Gary, to do this for monetize your channels. I
would do. Gary, this is what you need to do, Gary. You need to do your book. Gary's book needs you need your parts of your book to be in 3D, and we need a pair of your glasses that would come with the book, and they'd be 3D glasses, and we could see yourself and Az bounding out of the pages, doing all this mad stuff. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Yeah. Nerdrotic and Az in 3D.
Okay. I know exactly the guy who can do that for you, Willie. He knows how to do 3D. I'm telling you, I think everybody who has, especially guys who have channels like that, you should be doing Indiegogos 3 or 4 times a year, and you're crazy not to. It's like it's insane you're not to, and it's so good.
Az is one of the most creative people and one of the most naturally gifted comedians I've come across on any platform, considering that he comes from gaming. Very funny.
He doesn't have to write it, but he would be an editor. He would be a great editor.
Yeah, super.
He'll read over it and go, no, do this, and it's worthwhile. It's worth his while because he'll make a ton of money. Idiot. Okay, so we've done that. We're on to the Capaldi specials. The first one was the last Christmas show. Quite enjoyed. That's the head clam things.
Yeah, the head clam things. What that will do. Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that, it's Husbands of River Song. So now we're back. So that's this
geezer.
That was at Hydroflax. I think he's one of the worst ones.
Yeah, as much as I like Greg Davies, he wasn't great, was he?
Okay. The Return of Dr. Mysteria. I don't even know who the villain was of that.
Oh, that's true.
I'll just say Dr. Mysterio, whatever. There really wasn't a villain with that Doctor.
Yeah, it can't be very good, otherwise we'd remember it. I think this is
right. So he's definitely going last. And Twice Upon a Time was the what's it called again? Not Rusty the Dart. It was the Testimony, I think.
Yeah, those creatures that sort of gather people's souls and stuff.
Let me do that. I'm going to share this screen instead, and then we can make our list. Okay, then you can see it. Share screen, application tab, email. Doink. There you go. I just did it in an email.
Yay.
So fine, let's make Dr. Mysterio definitely number 0.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
So we'll put him up here. Right. And then I think Hydroflex goes right next to him. He was also crap. And I think Max Capricorn's right next to that one.
Yeah.
These are the weed out the crap ones. Wooden King guy. Yeah. As I didn't know who you bloody are. You're next.
It's a sign, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit, but if I don't know who you are, you're not doing well. Okay, now it gets a bit trickier. I'm gonna say head clam things next. Okay, fine. So now it gets so actually, Casper and Sardek has actually proved me one of the better ones.
Yeah, I like him.
Right, so I think we're at the Sycorax next. And then the Ragnos right after, quite frankly.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay, and then Great Intelligent Alexander.
I do rate Richard E. Grant as the Great Intelligence. I thought he was
right,
great.
but hey, all these ones are kind of equal. Cybermen, I guess, would be because that wasn't fantastic, but that, I guess, by a hair. Yeah, the Cybermen are worse than, or the Cyber King, whatever her name was, worse than all of these. And it's not because it was bad. Now, I think Testimony goes next. And then we Great Intelligent. If we're gonna split hairs, because these are all basically, I think, all basically there by the nose. But I would say it's this, and then okay. I think I have it. I have it. Nearly there. There's one more adjustment. Oh, fine. That's a pretty fair list. That's a pretty fair list. So they're putting Hydroflex near the bottom. Let's let that. Now we go back to them. Okay.
Let's see where they poll in comparison to that.
Okay, so Hydroflex. Yeah, that should be near the bottom. Heavenly, forgot them. Mother, I forgot them.
They're just foot soldiers, though, aren't they? It's like the Cybermen compared to Miss. It depends if we're talking about villain or monsters.
Really, okay. Heavenly Host, Max Capricorn. Fair enough. We had him right next to him anyway. Sycorax. They put the Sycorax next. There's not really much in it. It was like 2 points lower than us. Ragnos again, 2 points lower than us. Kazik Sadad, no, they put him down there.
Way
wrong.
down.
Head clams in front of Kazik Sadad. No, wrong.
It's a gimmick.
And the Cybermen, still not better than Kazik Sadad. I would say you can say at the same level, not better.
Yeah, I think she's effective, but what? Oh, they just use.
Yeah, I just scooted by. Who cares? Great Intelligence. Well, at least they have that as one of the better ones.
Yeah.
Master Tone. Yeah, okay, fine. We agree there. Piss off, idiots.
I say if you can't really remember what they were called or what they did, then you you've got to consider whether they're memorable or not based on that criteria. I tell you what, Screen Rant, they don't half scrape the bottom of the barrel, don't they? I was looking at some of these.
Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do. This is the next thing. Oh, God, Jim Carrey's Biden. You know, again, I still firmly believe there's going to be something happen just because God doesn't like it. That'll make Biden. Actually, no, that's not actually true. Honestly, I think the chances of Biden being inaugurated president of the United States of America, as we know it right now, pretty darn low, right? Pretty darn low. I don't see a bunch of these states going along with it. I just don't. But
something's going on, and I'm not entirely sure what it is. But I've never known a time like this.
What it does? I was thinking earlier. What if I'm about to end up like Saul Guerrero? You know, from what's that movie? Rogue One. Who like spent a lifetime in misery and torment as he fought the Empire, only to see his last moments see them activate the greatest weapon ever invented, right? To as he's seeing like Jeddah City blow up.
Yeah.
It's like is that if Biden is inaugurated, it's gonna essentially be that like Palpatine rising moment in
I think it has taken on that sort of sinister.
It has, although in real life it's so much creepier, right? That he's smiling and he's like nice and everyone's waving flags and saying how good it is, and like the media's like saying "Smile, citizen." You know, it's like it really is
like that.
It's a lot like if you've ever read the Judge Dredd early mega epic Judge Caligula. It's kind of like that.
I've not read that one. Yeah.
Anyway, but again, I still firmly believe there's going to be something's going to go down because America right now is a tinder cake, right? With and there's going to be. I would be amazed if there's not some spark to start the fire.
I obviously I sincerely hope not. I'd like next year to.
I don't think it's a. If they don't,
it's going to start. It's going to start with a bang, isn't it? Because whatever happens, when's the inauguration? Is it about the middle of January?
20th, January 20th.
Oh, that's just in 3 or 4 weeks' time. Oh my, things are going to get really, really nasty before then.
Yeah, and after that, I think there's going to be a civil war. I don't think. Again, I think the reason that the Red Wedding was so great in Game. Do you know Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why the Red Wedding is so great in Game of Thrones is because it's tragic and completely inevitable, right? It was inevitable. Robb Stark wouldn't execute the Karstarks and whatever name was for killing those Lannister kids, right? Inevitable.
Yes.
His honor wouldn't allow that, which was inevitably cause a fractures in their alliance, which would inevitably be used by Lannister, what's his name, Tywin Lannister, who's an arch manipulator, who would inevitably use that and use it to convince the the guys who skin people, what they called again, who were basically bad guys anyway.
Yeah.
To his cause, and it'd be easy to manipulate Walder the Frey, right? So it was inevitable that the Red Wedding was going to happen. Everybody acted completely in character for it to happen.
I know where you're going, yeah.
So that's exactly where we, Derek Man's that's right. He shot himself in the hood. He should have seen this chain of events because he didn't. That made him a bad leader. If they right now there's a bunch of, and I don't know if any of the claims of strangeness amount to anything are in any way true. I don't know. I know there's all these affidavits and there's this video evidence which seems to support the idea to me, and there's there's statistical impossibilities. Again, so if you can three things. You need to do three things to convince me, and then if you do that, you're golden. And it seems to be all things should be easy to do. One, that bump in the graph thing, that big step in the graph thing. Yeah, that okay, you just got to show me that's normal. You just got to show me that happening other places and go, that's a normal votey thing.
There's an election there's an election every 4 years. There's an election every 4 years. 50 states. It's bound to happen before.
Just show me that's a normative thing. This looks normative. I'll shut up. That seems to be reasonable. Secondly, the claims that a bunch of I remember they said they were going to stop counting at like 4:30 in the morning, and all of a sudden, and they'll start at 9 in the morning. Suddenly, 2 or 3 hours later, they said we started again, and not only have we started, but we've also added in a whole bunch of them, and now. And that caused that bump, and who was winning before is now losing, right? And it's like, again, statistical impossibility. But the claim is that all those ballots were entered without oversight. Yeah, the Republican overseers weren't allowed to watch that. That's what I don't know if it's a real claim, but it's like all you got to do is, if that claim's not true, dispel it. It seems pretty easy to do, right? Just do that.
Yeah,
right.
All they actually have done is completely sort of invalidate or outlaw speech on the subject.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
normally it's a way of making sure that whatever no, nothing's going on, nothing's going on. Almost certainly something's going on.
Conversation about it is very scary and fishy.
Yeah.
Doesn't look good, but they could so it really could
and
be.
That goes for whatever the subject. I mean, we're talking hypothetically at the moment. Obviously, not talking. We're not speculating. We're not.
But this could be literally that we've seen liberty die and freedom die, right? That could. I mean, listen, if we can't have a conversation anymore and we're not allowed to ask questions anymore, that's the death of liberty, isn't it? I think it is. So I think a lot of people see it that way, and I don't think they're going to lay down for it. Maybe they will, because people don't like to fight. Bottom line, people don't like to fight. Yeah, there was some bad stuff going down in my synagogue about a year ago, right? That was alienating a lot of the congregation, right? Okay. And it was going to get a lot worse. Nobody wanted to fight. Nobody wanted to fight it, and eventually I did. Got a whole ton of trouble for it. But eventually, I'm basically ending up on top right now. But like people don't like to fight. People are mad at me that I fought. But like, there's right and wrong.
In this country at the moment, in Great Britain, there's cowardice is a real thing.
Yeah.
We've more cowards in every section of society than ever, and that includes right at the top, of course, where you need the most courageous, the most bold people, moral fortitude, people who you can, who you see in them dignity and consistency, steadiness.
So you see, when you put in dignity and consistency, then I was like, oh yeah, no, we're out. Yeah, you don't get that. You get moral fortitude, but you don't get dignity as well. Again, that's what the era of Trump has taught us, right? There is no dignity in Trump. Come on, a massive Trumpster, right? It's constantly embarrassing.
But he is what he is. He's no statesman. He's as rough around the edges as they come. He says some outrageous things, does some outrageous things. The guy isn't, and there is, in a correctly aligned world, a man like that shouldn't be holding the highest office in the world. Of course he shouldn't. But as I keep telling people, things like that don't just happen in a blip. It doesn't just happen in half an hour or even half a day. There's things work to a head.
It did though with Trump. It did. It literally happened in a blip. It happened overnight. If the political establishment had any idea that he could possibly win, this would have happened last election rather than this election.
Oh, that's probably true. When you think about what politicians used to be like, though, certainly in the UK, and the impression I get from speaking to Americans is the same thing. That they were people, they were statesmanly, they were citizens of the world, people who you would trust their integrity, trust their word, and who you felt had a kinship with the people, even if they were upper class in this country.
Yeah, but you see that. Okay, the reason it worked.
Churchill was one of us. There was, he was obviously a very, very rich man.
He was reviled for it too. Yeah, he wasn't popular for being one of us. Say with Margaret Thatcher, But how that used to work was the relationship between servant and master, for want of better words, was more like Frodo and Sam. Sam Wise, whatever his name is from Lord of the Rings. It was like, look, Frodo is definitely. Is it Frodo? Bilbo or Frodo? Wherever the Lord of the Rings one. right?
Yeah.
Whatever he, I think in Downton Abbey as well is a pretty good example of it. You have the Lord of the Manor actually caring about his responsibility to, the serfs.
They didn't take it on lightly. Derek McManus in the chat summed it up perfectly. There used to be a culture of service. I think that's
and it wasn't demoralizing or beneath you, right? It was something respectable. And it's a shame, and we haven't benefited from that going, as a culture.
No, definitely not.
But yeah, 1 second. Let me start my camera again. 1 second. I just found this, which is pretty interesting. I forgot we had to actually this. I got a bunch of info about this Obi-Wan Kenobi series, which I didn't know anything about.
Oh,
so interesting things about it. Takes place 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. Right. So that's a good 5 years. I think 8 years, isn't it, before Rogue One and Star Wars?
Yeah, around that. I did wonder because obviously they were supposed to start shooting this a long time ago. So did they ditch all the early scripts? Is this basically a new version? Because they never mentioned, a great deal about it.
They always kept it under wraps.
I find all this stuff with Darth Vader that's kind of turning me off somehow. I don't know why. It's just turning me off. Everything else about it, I've been mad keen.
Well, I have to tell you, the best of the Star Wars comics has been the Darth Vader comics.
I've seen them. I've not read any of them, but they do. They look, the art, it does look really involved and really epic.
I would say that first arc is absolutely strong. The first one by, who's it? Not Charles Soule, the guy before him. Just absolutely exquisite.
I mean, I certainly think that a Darth Vader movie based on those things would do very, very well. There's no reason why you should never touch Darth Vader.
They're not making movies anymore. That's something I realized that my love for Star Wars hadn't been killed by the sequels. Right? Here's the thing: it's not hadn't been killed, but it had been changed. Like nothing's going to be the same as the original trilogy with Han, Luke, and Leia, right? Even if you bring those characters back, right? That's what the sequels did. They made it so you can never repeat that goldenness of it, right? Everything else is just like as a pale. Also, it's Caravan of Courage. Nothing is more than that, really. It's in my mind, right?
That's a fair comment. If we can relegate films like Caravan of Courage to the sort of the back bench, there's no reason we can't do with episodes 7.
Well, no, I put Caravan of Courage way before that. I put the Mandalorian kind of more on Caravan of Courage level, right? Which is perfectly enjoyable. I like Caravan of Courage too. Again, perfectly enjoyable. But not it's a bolt on to this golden thing, which is I quite like this bolt on. I like the Clone Wars, which is pretty much the same. I like the prequels, are pretty much the similar there because they are bolt ons to this great thing, but they're not the great thing itself. Even if you bring Luke Skywalker back, it's not the great thing. But I listen. It seems to me that there is no movies going to be made anymore, or very few. Yeah, movies are going to be movies. I like this Kathleen Kennedy one. Although Wonder Woman 84 is getting bad buzz, isn't it? Oh.
I know it's not making the money that they planned. I mean, I'm excited by Patty Jenkins' movie, but of course, the fact that she's making a movie doesn't mean it'll necessarily go to cinemas. But there may not be any cinemas left by 2022.
I doubt there will be, quite frankly. I just want to see if the Wonder Woman movie is out on to download yet. There's a new movie actually I quite want to see called Clooney one. Midnight Sky. I should
that does look good. Yeah, a lot of the things that catch my eye now through streaming platforms like that.
I mean, honestly, again, this is just the way of the future now. It really is. Fine. Okay, so let's go with this Star Wars series, this Obi-Wan Kenobi series. So it takes place 10 years after Revenge of the Sith. Hayden Christensen's returning as Darth Vader. New concept art shows Vader marching on Jedi Temple. Okay, so that sounds like it's going to be pretty hardcore. I think I can go for that. 1 second, I click on the wrong thing. There you go, I'm back. Jedi Hunters will appear. Okay, that makes sense. Right time zone. starts on Tatooine and goes on a rollicking adventure that includes a watery planet. Expect to be 6 episodes. Again, that's 4 to 6 episodes is the sweet spot. That's Justice League is going to be
fine.
I think. And I can't wait for Justice League, right? It's so good that it's so much better for this movie that it happened in this way round than it did in the other. That it just went its route it was planned. When the route was planned, it'd be like, another. Now it's kind of like I'm excited for, right? And I'm going to go back to the other ones in the series beforehand. But yeah,
I'm the same. I always had hopes for that film before, and I sort of put that on pause really when the Joss Whedon one came out. There's a couple of people who are in my Facebook group, in the Spacebook Facebook group, who are really sort of anti the Snyder film. And one guy in particular who's really, really vocal about it. But I still don't really know why. But to me, this has got to be, I don't know, it's got a real buzz about it. It feels more creatively valid. You just know that it's going to be it's going to be arresting. It's going to be dynamic. You may not like it. I may not like it, but would rather be served something distinctive like that and full of flavour than Joss Whedon's film. Flaming out.
All its faults, I do find Batman v Superman very rewatchable.
Yeah, I like it.
Still very rewatchable. When I say rewatchable, I will skip around. If I get bored, I'll let's go. Let's see his shirt ripoff or something. Yeah, I really like Ben Affleck's Batman. I really like the Batman. I was like swinging around. I've liked what's his name? Jeremy.
People have got short memories. When that film came out, people loved Ben Affleck in that role, and people have forgotten already. There was a great demand for him to play the role.
To this day, I've the best cinematic Batman. I really hope we get more Snyder Universe, just so we get more of his Batman. As I say, the Snyder Universe perfectly cast as well. I mean, even Ezra Miller, which I understand is not a popular.
Yeah, I still don't feel him as Barry Allen.
But I guess they do but they do something very, very different. Like I do like the whole thing with Jason Momoa as Aquaman. Really clever, really clever. And again, I think the reinvention of him back in that gold costume at the end of the Aquaman movie also really. Even though that movie wasn't really
it's really cool what they've done with it. I wasn't feeling Ray Fisher as Cyborg at all. I don't think that actor. I don't think he's got any charisma. I don't know what it is.
He had a big falling out with Joss Whedon, so he could have been like.
That's true. Yeah, he could have been edited to make him look inept.
Derek Mann says, "I'm looking for the Godzilla versus Kong." Me too. I do like the Godzilla verse and Kong verse. Right. I like Skull Island a lot. It's a damn fine movie.
Yeah, really it's a great film. Loads of fun.
And I just remembered. I was thinking, what am I going to do next? I got to watch Discovery. I'm already 15 minutes into it, and it's already painful. Oh God!
I keep forgetting that drops on Thursday, not Friday. Oh yeah.
I hate it.
I won't get round to watching that until probably early next week. We'll do a double warp drive, everybody.
I want to get it out because I like getting my review out on Fridays for that.
Yeah.
I like being one. Although consistently, that always gets 101 views. Like doesn't get any 100.
Bang on every time you put it out.
It's really freaky. It's really here. 1 second. Oh wow, that did well. Look at that. If I do a anti-Jodie Doctor Who video on Sunday, that always is the best video of my week. Look at this. Discovery got 104 last week.
There you go. It's near enough. It's near enough. Isn't it?
That's pretty darn close.
I have to love and leave you, everybody, and bid you a Merry Christmas. But
Merry Christmas. I'm not staying on much longer. I'm going to be talking about Missy, I think, for a little bit.
Before I do, I want to know if you just share this for me. I want to plug these podcasts.
Put them in the private chat. I'll plug them as you say them.
I have. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, you're taxing my multitasking abilities here. Hold on a second. Yes, where are we?
Yeah, mate. We're all boomers.
No, that's not it. Yeah, because this is a new feed, you see, because Type 48 Doctor Who podcast, we've been running for a few years now, it's always been, it is on the Fandom Podcast Network, and it's done really well with them, and they've been really good to me, and they've supported the show. But the constant questions that I asked, the more people that I spoke to about it was, yeah, it's a great show, but it's really hard to find. And why hasn't it got its own feed? And all this sort of thing. Well, now it has got its own feed. It's easy to find on its own. I'll put it in the private chat for you, Rabbi. This is the link to the actual feed for people to subscribe to on Podbean. I
have to ask you, why not put it on YouTube as well?
It is going to go on YouTube as well in a couple of days. The only reason it's not on YouTube already is because it's Christmas. Otherwise, I'd have it all on by now. But yeah, it is coming to YouTube next. It's coming to YouTube next week, but it's also going to be all over Apple Music. It's going to be on Spotify. It'll be on iHeartRadio and all these places. Anywhere you can get a podcast from, and there will be a video version over on the Spacebooks YouTube channel. So depending on what you like the best, because I know obviously we're on YouTube, a lot of you guys, you prefer YouTube, it'll be there next week. So take this as a teaser. These are the 2 episodes.
I was going to say, number 70 is a really interesting one. Got Richard Molesworth's interview. Oh, I'm up for that.
Yeah. Richard's a great guy, very playful man. He came on to talk to us about the missing episodes because, as you probably know, I think he's the authority on the actual.
Philip Morris is the guy. If I have a question, I'll ask him.
He's very much Richard talks about this in the show. He talks to myself and Simon about it. They've got slightly different attitudes towards it, but I would still say that as regards encyclopedic knowledge of what went missing, why.
Fine.
All of that. Richard is the boss. He wrote the book Wiped back in 2005, 2006.
Oh, that's a great book. I already want to get that. It looked like a great book.
He has revised it since, and he says he revises his thinking on the missing episodes all the time, and he gives very few interviews because the guy doesn't do social media. The guy doesn't do publicity generally. But he and Simon and myself were part of the same Doctor Who group back in the mid to late 80s. Simon's known him for, we've got a proper friend of his for a long time. So he was happy to give us this interview, but it's very full of information. Lasts about an hour and a quarter, and I won't spoil anything for you, but yes, if you're wondering about the difference between what Phil does and what Richard does and what Paul Venices and everybody else does, because obviously Richard's part of the restoration team as well, then you find so much to hook on to.
Stuff they've invented, that restoration team, freaking incredible. Like the vid file, like everything they invent, just absolutely incredible. Okay, do you think we're going to get and find any more missing episodes?
Well, I won't tell you what they said because they know more about it than I do. Yes, I think, it's only a matter of time. And I personally believe Phil Morris, if you're watching, I believe Phil. And but there are other sides to the argument. There's a bigger canvas to that, which Richard talks about in the show, how complex it is. And he tells a couple of anecdotes. I mean, he only speaks for himself. He doesn't attempt to speak for Phil, but he does know Phil. So yeah, it's a very involved situation, more so than I was aware. There are too many, mate. There are too many film collectors out there. There's going to be more. There is going to be more.
Yeah, it's fascinating. Absolutely fascinating.
And the other one is a more idle conversation. It's a review of that Out of Time Big Finish story with Tom and DT.
The best release of the year. That's coming next week on my channel. The best Big Finish of 2020. Best and worst, because it's some real stinkers. But I think good ones as well. Next year looks like a real good year, though. I think the War Doctor, Ninth Doctor, and Dalek Universe are all going to be really good, strong series.
I think so. I do. I think that talk of the death of Big Finish is. I think it's too early to say.
No, I think next year's going to be a real strong year for them. Really do.
Yeah, me too. The fact that Nick Briggs is the one that's introducing the Ninth Doctor stuff made me heave a sigh of relief. Because he's not, I've got very different beliefs to Nick, but he's not partisan. He believes in adventure storytelling.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He knows. Yeah. Well, yeah, listen, I love political views as Malcolm Hugh or Barry Letts. I like their work,
Yeah, it's the same here. And I thought what Matt Fitton did with Out of Time was, I just thought it was wonderful. I thought it was really nicely tuned.
Yeah, great.
We don't just review the story on that episode. Myself, Sarah, and Simon, we have an expanded chat about which doctors we would match with who if we were running a line of.
With David Tennant, right? Yeah. David Tennant's back as stuck home, and he needs a break from. That's basically what's going on.
He does.
The 10th Doctor River Song box set, excellent. It was actually better than this one.
Okay. I haven't heard that one yet. No, I haven't. Now I've got lots to listen to, and I want to steer a bit more into the Big Finish stuff because I just think it's where the best Doctor Who's being made now.
Absolutely.
That shadow of a doubt. I enjoy talking about it. I enjoy listening to it.
You know what you should do? Yeah. You should do a Space 99 show, like a one-off. Because they got a pilot they did for that, freaking awesome.
I probably will. I'm watching UFO at the moment, and after I watch UFO, then I'm going to watch Space because I haven't seen Space 1999 since I was tiny.
My favorite episode of UFO is a later one where these two hippies drop acid and they meet aliens. Do you ever see that one?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's awesome! Their acid trip is very interesting.
Oh, because it was made in '69, but shown in 1970, wasn't it? So it's still got the tail end of all that. Yeah, no, it's great stuff. We've got another episode dropping in a few days' time, which is our Christmas party, which you came on to. I've turned that into a podcast too, and several more because I record in advance with these. I make them in blocks, and that enables me to.
What was the one you dropped today? I haven't seen it yet.
What's that? Sorry.
What was the one you dropped today on your channel? I haven't seen it yet.
That's both of these. So I dropped Back in Time, episode 69 last night, and today we've dropped because episode 69 was already out.
I got a notification of something else.
That is on the YouTube channel. That is myself, Sarah, and Simon.
Right.
That's our Type Over 40 Christmas party.
Yeah, that's on the same channel, right?
Yeah, that was the one that Sadaku asked me about. That's on my YouTube channel, I think.
So what is it? I'm trying to get a plug at you. It's like beating a seal to death. What's going on?
That is the video that I was talking to Sadako about earlier on. So that's myself, Simon, and Sarah having a bit of a Christmas quiz. We talk. Sarah fills us in about the time she met Russell T Davies last year.
That's the one from last year. Fine. Yeah. That's what I'm going to go and listen to when I sign off. I'm actually going to sign off as well. I'm going to wish everybody a very, very Merry Christmas. A very festive Merry Christmas. I may well be live on Boxing Day. It depends what Noel's doing. It'll be an impromptu thing. If people just want to get together and watch something fun, I wouldn't mind doing a Christmas special and an episode of Christmas Are You Being Served, which are all on YouTube. Right? That's got to be a fun evening, right? That's got to be a fun evening.
Really good idea. I'll certainly be in the chat. I'll be busy a lot of Boxing Day, but I'll certainly be in the chat. I'll see what I can do, see if I can pop in, whatever else. But yeah.
I have nothing planned. If we do it, you do it. If you don't, we don't.
If you're out there, Noel and Problem B, Merry Christmas. I haven't spoken to you for a couple of days, but I hope you're okay. And thank you, Disaster Area. It has been fun, hasn't it? Merry Christmas to you and Derek and Retro Dicky and Digby, everybody else, Chris Persia. Thank you. Yes, I am criminally undersubscribed. What's going on?
Undersubscribed.
How much more do you want? Blood? People, come on. Yes, subscribe.
Before anybody goes, hit the subscribe button to me as well. That'd be nice.
Oh God!
I'm not. If you subscribe, make sure you're still subscribed. Fine. I hit the end broadcast button. I'm going to hit it again. I have to go, and I have to wait for Santa to arrive. So I can still his cookies.
Merry Christmas, Rabbi. Merry Christmas, and thanks for the chat.